Hello friend, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss economics multiple choice question. Question number 1. In economic term, what does depreciation means? 1. Maintenance and replacement cost of machines. 2. Wear and tear of capital. 3. Unexpected or sudden destruction of capital due to accident. 4. An annual allowance for wear and tear of a capital good. Answer is option number 4, an annual allowance for wear and tear of capital good. I hope most of you all get also answer number 2, that is wear and tear of capital. Actually this statement is incomplete. If the statement is regular wear and tear of capital will be there, then it might be correct. अगर आपका स्टेटमेंट 2 आ रहा है तो ये इनकम्प्लीट है क्योंकि इसमें रेगुलर वियर एंड टियर ऑफ कैपिटल होगा, क्योंकि डिप्रिशिएशन एक दिन के लिए नहीं काउंट किया जाता है, वो किसी भी कमोडिटी की वैल्यू को काउंट किया जाता है, उसके मेंटेनेंस रिप्लेसमेंट कॉस्ट को देखा जाता है. इसलिए यहाँ पे रेगुलर वियर एंड टियर ऑफ कैपिटल ही कंप्लीट स्टेटमेंट होगा. यू कैन रिफर पेज नंबर 12 ऑफ एनसीईआरटी क्लास 12 इंट्रोडक्टरी टू मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. मेंटेनेंस एंड रिप्लेसमेंट कॉस्ट ऑफ मशीन्स इज ऑल्सो इनकम्प्लीट, क्योंकि यहाँ पे सिर्फ मशीन के बारे में बताया गया है. डिप्रिशिएशन ऑल्सो इंक्लूड other commodities. Suppose you have a house, then also their maintenance and replacement cost is included in the depreciation. Statement 3, unexpected or sudden destruction of capital due to accident is actually not counted in the depreciation. So the answer is 4, an annual allowance for wear and tear of capital good is actually the complete definition of depreciation. According to page number 12 of NCERT Class 12 Introductory to Macroeconomics. Question number 2. In circular flow of income, firm plays significant role by payment of money in the form of 1. Contribution made by human labor, remuneration for which is wage. Contribution made by capital, remuneration for which is interest. Contribution made by entrepreneurship, remuneration of which is profit. Contribution made by fixed land, remuneration of which is called rent. Answer is B 1, 2, 3, 4. All the statement is correct. Circular flow of income represent the producer and household in an economy, where the producer is responsible for producing goods and paying payment in the form of wage, profit, interest, rent, and the household is responsible to purchase these goods, and in this way the economy actually run. This is called circular flow of income. अगर आप देखें तो अभी हाल में गवर्नमेंट ने 20 करोड़ इकोनॉमिक पैकेज अनाउंस किया है ताकि इकोनॉमी को फिर से रीस्टार्ट किया जाए. इकोनॉमी एक्चुअली कम्प्लीटली डिपेंड होता है प्रोड्यूसर और हाउस होल्ड पे. प्रोड्यूसर इज एक्चुअली रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू प्रोड्यूस गुड्स एंड फॉर पेमेंट. इन रिटर्न द हाउस होल्ड आफ्टर गेटिंग मनी is responsible to purchase goods and services, and in this way the whole economy will run. Due to lockdown, there is very low consumption as people were locked in the house and they are not consuming goods. In this way the production will also stagnate. So this led to breakdown of the circular flow of income. If whatever is produced is consumed, then that economy is considered to be stable economy. Question number 3. If the GDP of a country is rising, the welfare may not rise as a consequences. क्वेश्चन कहता है कि जीडीपी ग्रो हो रहा है लेकिन वेलफेयर उस तरह से ग्रो नहीं हो रहा है. क्यों? 1. As the GDP is growing with the time, the prices of goods are also increasing. Hence, due to inflation, there is no any change in the income. Statement 2. Rise in GDP is concentrated on few hands. Statement 3. Many activities in the economy are not evaluated in monetary terms. Statement 4. Negative externalities, that is, harm caused by the firm, is not counted. I hope you get the answer. B 2, 3, 4. किसी कंट्री में जीडीपी बढ़ता है लेकिन वेलफेयर उस तरह से नहीं बढ़ पाता है क्योंकि rise in GDP is concentrated on few hands. 3. Many activities in the economy are not evaluated in monetary terms. For example, domestic work done by the household is actually not included in the economy और इसलिए वेलफेयर एग्जामिन नहीं किया जा सकता. नेगेटिव एक्सटर्नलिटीज जैसे हार्म काउस्ड बाय द फर्म को भी नहीं काउंट किया जाता है जीडीपी में, इसलिए वेलफेयर को डिटरमाइन करना डिफिकल्ट है. सो द आंसर इज 3B 2, 3, 4. प्लीज रिफर टू पेज नंबर 30 of NCERT Introductory to Macroeconomics. What is a fiat money? Question number 4. Option 1. Money which have intensive value of its own. Option number 2. Money that in broad circulation. 3. Money which don't have intensive value. 4. Money that can't refused by any citizen of the country for settlement of any kind of transaction. Answer is B 2, 3, 4. Money that is in broad circulation is called fiat money. फिएट मनी उस मनी को कहते हैं जो सर्कुलेशन में होता है और गवर्नमेंट द्वारा ऑथराइज्ड होता है. फिएट मनी का कोई इंटेंसिव वैल्यू नहीं होता है जैसे गोल्ड और सिल्वर का होता है. गोल्ड और सिल्वर अगर हम लोग अमेरिका ले जाएं तो वही वैल्यू है जो गोल्ड और सिल्वर का वैल्यू इंडिया में होता है, लेकिन रुपी नोट का वैल्यू सिर्फ इंडियन मार्केट में है, अमेरिका में उसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. तो फिएट मनी वो मनी होता है जो गवर्नमेंट द्वारा ऑथराइज्ड होता है, इसलिए यहाँ पे ऑप्शन नंबर 2 मनी दैट इज इन ब्रॉड सर्कुलेशन, 3 मनी विच डोंट हैव एन इंटेंसिव वैल्यू, एंड 4 money that can't refused by any citizen of the country for settlement of any kind of transaction. So fiat money is actually legal tender money भी होता है क्योंकि वो रिफ्यूज नहीं किया जा सकता सिटीजन द्वारा as it is authorized by government. Question number 5. The money multiplier in an economy increases with which of the following? 1. Increase in the cash revenue. 2. Increase in the banking habit of the people of the population. 3. Increase in the statutory liquidity ratio. 4. Increase in the population of a country. Question number 6. Globalization does not include 1. Reduction in import duties. 2. Abolition of import licensing. 3. Free flow of FDI. 4. Disinvestment of public sector equity. Answer is the money multiplier in an economy increases with which of the following is a UPSC CSE 2019 question. The answer is 2. Increase in the banking habit of the population. The question number 6 is globalization does not include reduction in import duties, abolition of import licensing, free flow of FDI, disinvestment of public sector equity. This question has asked in 63rd BPSC exam in 2017. Question number 7. Which of the following statement is correct about developmental approach? Developmental approach or developmental economics as a discipline first arose in the 1950s. Developmental economics studies the transformation of emergency into more prosperous nation. Statement number 2. Applied developmental economics is an attempt to help developing countries only to improve their economic position by assisting them. The answer is C 1 and 2. Both statements are correct. Developmental economics is as a discipline first arose in the 1950s. After the Second World War, there is rise of many small countries and development become an important issue of discussion. In this time, this concept has emerged. The statement number 2 is also correct as applied developmental economics is an attempt to help developing countries only to improve their economic position by assisting them. Yes, the motive of the developmental economics is to improve economic position of a country. As far as the statement 2 is concerned, it actually developmental economics is applied in order to improve the development condition of developing economies only. So the statement 2 is also correct. यहाँ पर अप्लाई डेवलपमेंटल इकोनॉमिक्स का मतलब यहाँ पे हो रहा है कि डेवलपमेंटल इकोनॉमिक्स को लाया गया था सिर्फ डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमीज की कंडीशन को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए, इसलिए स्टेटमेंट नंबर 2 भी सही है। डेवलपमेंटल इकोनॉमिक्स पे हाल में अभिजीत बैनर्जी जो कि इकोनॉमिस्ट है उनको नोबेल प्राइज़ दिया गया। डेवलपमेंटल इकोनॉमिक्स एक ब्रांच ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स है जिसका पर्पस है इम्प्रूवमेंट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स ऑफ डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमीज। ये सोशल पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर को एग्जामिन करके बताता है कि इकोनॉमी को कैसे डेवलप किया जा सकता है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 8, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इवेंट एंड अरेंज दिस इन chronological order. Question number 8, consider the following event and arrange these in chronological order. 1. John Maynard Keynes published his celebrated book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. 2. Adam Smith, known for his work An Inquiry into the Nature and Cause of the Wealth of the Nation. 3. The Great Depression led to fall into employment and output. A. 321, B. 231, C. 123, D. 321. Answer is B. 231. Adam Smith, known for his work An Inquiry into Nature and Cause of the Wealth of the Nation. This book was actually written in 1776. Adam Smith is known as the father of modern economics, and he is well known for his work An Inquiry into Nature and Cause of the Wealth of the Nation. The Great Depression in 1929 led to fall in output and employment. John Maynard Keynes has published his book General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money in 1936. Question number 9. Which of the following is legal tender? 1. Coins, 2. Rupee notes, 3. Checks, 4. Cryptocurrency. The answer is B. 1, 2, 4. Coins and rupee notes are legal tender. Check is not actually a legal tender. It is just an instrument which is used to draw money. Option number 4, cryptocurrency, is actually considered as a legal tender in India by RBI on March 20, 2020, according to the Hindu newspaper. So, ninth answer is B. 1, 2, 4. Question number 10. Which of the following is related to digital payment? 1. Nandan Nilekani Committee, B. Ratan Vatal Committee, C. Amitabh Kant Committee, D. Chandrababu Naidu Committee. So option A 1, 2, 4, B 1, 2, 3, 4, C 1, 2, 3, D 1, 3, 4. Answer is B. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of the above. Our committee is related to digital payment. Nandan Nilekani Committee, RBI of India has recently announced in January 2019 that it was constituting a high-level committee on digital payment. According to RBI, aim of the committee is to encourage the digitization of payments and enhance the financial inclusion through digitalization. Financial inclusion is a term which explains that we have to include most of the corner of India into financial system. फिनेंशियल इंक्लूजन का मतलब होता है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंडिया के पार्ट को फिनेंशियली सिस्टम में लाना। नंदन नीलकानी कमेटी जनवरी 2019 में बना था फॉर डिजिटल पेमेंट। रतन वातल कमेटी इज ऑल्सो एसोसिएटेड विथ डिजिटल पेमेंट। Chandrababu Naidu Committee, Chief Minister Committee, is also related to digital payment. Amitabh Kant Committee objective is to transfer India into cashless economy. This mock test cover 1. National Income Accounting Chapter NCERT Class 12, Money and Banking Chapter NCERT Class 12, Recent Economic Current Affairs, The Hindu Newspaper, Globalization Chapter NCERT Class 11, Previous year's questions. Thank you. If you like my video, please subscribe